Alright, so how do you use suspensions to make the chord sound better? And this is a suspension. And it's basically an added chord or a suspension chord. So from a C chord, which is C, E, G, if you want to add in the second, instead of playing C, E, G, you play C, D, G. Then you have that open, kind of nice ring. Instead of, you can use them together too. So that's just a C, E, G. Then we go to C, D, G. Then we go to C, F, G. Back to C, E, G. So these chords, that's how you would just do a basic using suspensions or added tones to make the chord sound great. This is a C2 because you're adding the second tone of the C major scale, and then this is a C4 or a C, C sus4 because you're using the 1, 2, 3, 4th tone of the C major scale in the C chord. There, and then C, F, and G, which would be a C sus4, and then back to C. We can do that in the key of G too. So if we have a G chord, we can do a G2, which would be G, A, D. Back to the regular G, and here's a G2. That's a G2. That's a G4 to a G chord. It's a G2. It's like a G sus4 and a G. This can be applied in any key, so one more key, D. So we have D, F sharp A is the major chord. We play a D2. D4 was D, G, and A. So here's a D chord, a D2 chord, D4, and a regular D chord. I also use these when I'm doing arpeggios, so if I was going to arpeggiate in C, instead of just doing C, E, G, C, you can actually use any of those notes and they sound pretty good. So instead of just doing arpeggios, you can do a 2 arpeggio. Then go 4. So that's just one way we use suspensions, or what we call added chords, added notes. So C add 9, or a C add 2, or a C sus4, or a C sus2. Those are kind of what they're called, but you're just adding the notes of the scale. Like a C2, you add the 2. So use those in different keys and see how you like them.